Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get way too emotionally invested in the shows that we're watching. So if that sounds like something you will enjoy, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video? Today, we're reacting to episode 17 of season 2 of Demon Slayer. These cliffhangers for season 2 are something else. I get so invested, and then the next thing I know, I'm having to watch the next episode to try and figure out what the hell is going on. Oh my god, I think this was the worst one because we literally end as Tanjiro's getting pushed off a collapsing building by Zenitsu. Tengen is missing a hand, collapsed on the floor, and Inosuke's just been stabbed. So like, what the hell? You don't realize how fast these episodes go by until like you're so absorbed in what's happening that the next thing you know, the end credits are there and you're like, wait, hold up, that was never like 20 minutes? Yeah. A lot gets packed into these 20 minutes, I swear, honestly. But I'm gonna be real honest, we're not gonna have a full intro right now. I just want to watch episode 17. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. I'm so excited.
ごめん、ネスコ。
謝らないで、お兄ちゃん。
Oh,
お兄ちゃん、どうしていつも謝るの？
thank you.
貧しかったら不幸なの？綺麗な着物が着れなかったらかわいそうなの？お父さんが病気で死んだのも悪いことみたい。精一杯頑張ってもダメだったんだから仕方ないじゃない。人間なんだから誰でも何でも思い通
We
りにはい
make
かないわ。
mistakes. It's the point of being human, to learn from them and grow.
大切なのは今なんだよ。前を向こう。一緒に
Move
頑張ろ
forward,
うよ。
try harder.
戦おう。謝ったりしないで。
Apologizing doesn't change what's happened.
私の気持ちを分かってよ。
So pick yourself back up. We don't give up. We don't quit.
昔の夢か。
Holy fuck, that's some devastation. Where's Zenitsu?
俺は
You know what? Thank God the wives were ushering people out of the district because so many people would have been
こ
killed.
んなことになるなんて。ここの住人たちはみんな逃げれたんだろうか。
I think so.
ネスコ、
She's safe in her box, asleep still.
俺は俺にできることを。
Exactly.
なんだお前まだ生きてんのか。
I didn't realize he was in front of Tanjiro. In my head, he was still with Inosuke.
かわいそうにな。お前以外のやつはみんなもうダメだろうしな。
I wouldn't count them out.
イノシシは心臓を一つき。黄色い頭は瓦礫に押しつぶされて苦しんでるから死ぬまで放置するぜ。柱も弱かったな。威勢がいいだけで。
You're underestimating them
や
all.
られて心臓も止まって死んじまった。
That'll be your downfall. Underestimating humanity and the strength and power that they have.
お前の背負っている箱からはみ出してるのは血縁だな。わかるぜ。鬼になってても血が近いのは、そりゃあ姉か妹か。
なんで俺を殺さない。なんだ。
Connection? Maybe? Weirdly? Because he also has a younger sister?
ネスコ、
He sees something in him?
俺の妹だ。
全然妹守れてねえじゃねえか。まあ仕方ねえか。
Them are
お前
fighting
は人間
words.
妹は鬼だしな。兄貴だったらよ、妹に守られるんじゃなく、守ってやれよな。
He's being so tender with Tanjiro. It's weird. Okay, take that back. He's just taunting and playing with him.
頼みの綱の妹はほとんど力を使い果たしてるぜ。 ノロマの風景役立たず
I know it's weird timing to say this, but he has a really interesting voice, the demon brother.
ボロボロのみっともねえ人間の体で俺の首を切ってみろさあさあさあ
Like, the voice actor for him is phenomenal. He's like, what? I didn't expect that.
本当にみっともね
Holy shit.
えみっともねえなお前は本当にみっ
He's
と
so
もねえ
menacing.
お前ほどみっともないやつは見たことがねえ
He's trying to save Nezuko. He's trying to keep her safe from you. Oh, his fingers! Bless him. Oh,
俺は惨めでみっともなくて汚いものが好きだからな
is it because it reminds you of
お前の額の
yourself
その汚い傷
before you became a demon,
愛
maybe?
着が湧くなそうだお前も鬼になったらどうだ妹のためにも
No.
そうだそれがいい鬼になったら助けてやるよ仲間だからな
I was gonna say, like, his actions to Tanjiro were very kind of playful and almost gentle before he broke his fingers, but you know.
鬼になれば一瞬で強くなれるぜ不自由な肉体とはおさらばだ
It's like recognizing, like, in a similar way that Akaza really wanted Rengoku to become a demon because then he would have someone to spar with and grow stronger with and constantly battle with someone to his caliber. Now we have this demon seeing a kindred spirit in Tanjiro, saying you can kiss your defective physical body goodbye, you can be the big brother like myself protecting the little sister, but you can't do that if you're a human because she's always going to be stronger than you. You have physical defects, you know, like he's growing attached to the scar on Tanjiro's forehead, which I think is because he himself was seen as like defective, as weak, as something to be cast away, likely in comparison to his sister, who was the beauty. He was left to suffer because he was of no value, no worth in their minds because he didn't compare to Daki, but he still loved Daki enough to protect her. At least that's what I'm believing based on sort of the language insinuations and then some of the symbolism and flashbacks that we've had so far. We don't know until they reveal the full picture, but very much he was weak, wasn't taken seriously, was defective enough to now be a demon, still suffering defects, still jealous of anyone that doesn't suffer like him because he was jealous of Tengen. But with Tanjiro, because of the scar and the fact that Tanjiro is also an older brother like him, protecting a younger sister like Daki, he can feel that kindred spirit, that connection with him like Akaza could with Rengoku. It's so interesting. I wonder if there's going to be other dynamics like that because this is the second upper rank that's like become a demon. Akaza and Rengoku, him and Tanjiro. So maybe we'll see other upper ranks trying to do the same with other members of the Demon Slayer Corps that they feel like an affiliation with. It's almost like a reminder of what they once were, like a mirror of their humanity, and they don't know why they feel connected to it because they've forgotten what it means to be human, but there's something pulling them closer to that person. So then they think the only answer is to make them a demon like themselves in order to maintain that connection.
なあなあどうする
It's gonna be a no.
人は嘆くとき天を仰ぐんだぜ涙が溢れねえようにな
準備してたんだ
Oh!
いやけくそで続きかよ。効かねえぜ、こんな。
Forehead power.
体がうまくくない頭突きと同時に刺された。
Oh,
ガキ人間ふりして
Tanjiro.
これを取りに行ってやがったな。こいつ
He wasn't gonna give up.
弱いくせに人間のくせに
He's not weak.
これだけボロボロになっておいてこれだけ力の差を見せ
Exactly.
たのに
Your superior strength pales in comparison to his
なぜ俺
tenacity and
俺を倒
perseverance.
そうとする意志がなぜぶれない。
Oh, see? Your strength can never compare when you lose all aspects of humanity and empathy. You don't have the same will because everything comes easy to you, you know? Humanity has to work to get to where they are. Oh, it strikes to the core of him. Oh, he sees
その境
himself.
遇はいつだって一つ違えばいつか自分自身がそうなっていたかもしれない状況。俺は運よく人間でいられたけど
He's imagining how Nezuko would feel
あったかもしれない。
seeing this happen to him if they were both demons.
俺が鬼に落ちたとしても必ず鬼殺隊の誰かが俺の首を切ってくれるはず。
He can't allow it to stop what he needs to do.
切れろ切れろ。
Zenitsu! Oh, thank God. I was wondering how he was getting out of that. Zenitsu's not
雷
ugly.
の呼吸一の方
He's a beautiful boy.
速度は分かってんのよ。何度も見てるからね。
迅速
Godlike speed. Oh, fuck.
敵の迅速は2回しか使えない。足がダメになる。
He's like, I have to do this.
そしてもう今以外首を狙える機会は訪れない。
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
絶対に切る。絶対に。
Don't give up. Never give up. Come on.
くそ切れない。硬い。
Oh,
もう回復した。刀が押し戻さない。
fuck.
もう少しだったのに。諦めるな。諦めるな。諦めるな。食らいつけ。最後まで。
Oh my God.
速度が上がれ。諦めるな。
Oh! Tekken! Oh, the man that you are.
死んでない。死んでなかったこいつ。心臓
Of course he wasn't
そう
dead.
か。筋肉で無理やりに心臓を止めてやがったな。譜面が完成した。勝ちに行くぞ。
We're going for the win. It's like what Zenitsu did in season 1 where he slowed his breathing to stop the poison circulating until he could get help.
読めてんだよ。てめえの汚い歌はよ。
That filthy score of yours. He's about to create a symphony.
すごい。
Oh my God.
俺の血気術を曲にして弾きやがったのか。
He did.
こいつ腕一本しかねえんだぞ。
The man that you are, Tengen. Oh my God, the animation. I thought the animation in Mugen Train was phenomenal, but like, this has been a whole nother level. It just gets better and better. Oh my God.
すごい。互角だ。でもそれじゃ勝てない。
Come Come on, Tanjiro.
お前にやらなければ
He's creating this opportunity for you.
首を
Oh, his poor fingers. Oh!
遅いんだよてめえはノルメどれだけお膳立てされてもダメなやつはダメだ絶対に切れろこいつまだ刀を振り上げるバカが
Because he won't give up.
この100倍の力をひねり出
The scar! It's like the guy in Muzan's flashback. It's turned into that flame.
せ俺の首が切られても妹の首がつながってるよ
Zenetsu's making a good job at that.
お力が
あんたが私の首を切るより早く私があんたを細切れにするのよ
Oh no, scary!
なんでよこいつ
俺の体の柔らかさを見くびったね
Flexibility.
内臓の位置をずらすなんてお茶の子さいさいだぜ
Oh, we should have known.
早く演算旋回を
My god. We're about to have a really traumatic backstory of the relationship between the siblings, aren't we? How they became demons. Oh, their heads rolling towards each other.
切った
They did it.
草場の陰から見てくださいなんかあんた意味わかって言ってんの
From beyond the grave. As if she's dead. She's not dead. I was panicking for a minute. I was like, wait. Oh, he's breathing.
毒を
Oh no, the poison.
なんとか呼吸で
Slow your breathing. Slow your breathing.
なんだ何か言ってる
It's not over yet.
首切れてなかったですか
No, you did. You cut it off. What? I think my jaw's been on the floor this entire episode. Holy fuck. So it was like the build-up of the demon blood art that he was trying to unleash before Tanjiro beheaded him just emerged. But Tengen knew, that's why he was like, don't give up, run. But I think Tengen will have gone to save Tanjiro. For a minute, I forgot about the poison because the breathing was reminiscent of when he did the Hinokami Kagura. And he was like, struggling. So I thought, oh, it's because he's overworked himself. And then he went, the poison, I went, oh shit, yeah, the dagger that went up through his jaw. I'm so stressed.
お兄ちゃんお兄ちゃんダメ生きてここでこんな危機を何度も乗り越えてきたお兄ちゃんのあれについての対象こそこそ噂話ですお兄ちゃんの石頭はお母さん譲りなんですイノシシを頭突きで撃退したこともあるって聞きました次回最終話何度も生
What
まれ
a
変わっても
queen.
お兄ちゃんならできるよお兄ちゃんならきっと勝てる
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Also, question. You know how, like, Tanjiro said that he got the scar from saving his younger brother from a brazier, right? But in that flashback, when Nezuko is clearly, like, a toddler and there is no other sibling, it's just him and Nezuko, he still has the mark. So would they just telling him that that's where the scar came from or what? Because then the scar developed into flames and it looked reminiscent of the guy in Muzan's flashback, how his looks. So I was like, oh, maybe that means he isn't the chosen one and that he's instead chosen to make this part of his mission instead of having it thrust upon him. But now it may actually be more complicated than that. Maybe it's everything all at once. I don't know. But oh, I was getting whiplash. I didn't know where to look from Tanjiro poisoning him with the kunai and using the sachets to cover the smell of it, to Zenitsu getting himself from the rubble using this godlike speed, to him nearly decapitating her, to Tanjiro struggling, but then Tengen isn't actually dead. He emerges having stopped his heart to stop the poison circulating, to help Tanjiro, to Inosuke being like, yeah, not only can I like disjoint the parts of my body, I can move my organs around. So it avoided my heart because I could shift it. We knew he was flexible, but that's a whole other level of flexible. My heart's gonna break next episode. I love that we go from rooting for the demon's downfall to knowing about their backstory and then just being an absolute wreck. And I think it's because we are similar to Tanjiro. We feel the empathy. And Tanjiro seeing himself in the brother when he hears Daki calling for him is because he understands what his situation could have been. That him and Nezuko could have been Daki and her brother. They could have found themselves in this situation. But he's saying he still hopes that, you know, at some point he would have been brought peace by a demon slayer beheading him. But it's that level of empathy to put himself in that situation, to see a kindred spirit, even though this kindred spirit has been rooting for his downfall, has caused untold death and devastation and destruction, has nearly killed Tanjiro numerous times. And up until this point, Tanjiro thinks his friends and Tenjin are dead. So, I mean, literally, the depths of his kindness is, without a doubt, phenomenal. I just would love to be as kind as Tanjiro. I think I'm a very empathetic person, but I don't think even I'm as empathetic as him as to show kindness to those that root for my downfall. But again, it's about showing empathy, but not forgiveness. He doesn't forgive them, but he can understand the circumstances that led to them becoming demons and realizing how fortunate he is to not have suffered this fate, to know that it could easily have been him and Nezuko at the other end of this blade if things had panned out differently. But I was so fascinated by just the almost childish playfulness the brother was showing him. And again, I've already talked about it, so I'll not delve too deep into it. But it's that recognition of how alike they are, that he sees a kindred spirit in Tanjiro because it's another brother protecting a younger sister, to the extent that he's like, you're growing on me. That scar's growing on me. You are like me. You are what I used to be if I was human, but look at me now. Look how powerful I am. And he's like talking about how like becoming a demon will overcome your deficiencies. And yet he still feels those insecurities. He talks about being emaciated. He talks about being jealous of Tengen, that he doesn't have flawless skin, that he doesn't have 3 wives, that he can't put on weight. So being a demon didn't solve some of his issues, didn't solve the insecurities that he feels. But yeah, next episode is going to be heart-wrenching because we're going to learn about their background in depth and we're going to be emotional about it. We're going to be heartbroken, especially because their heads roll towards each other. So in their final moments, they're going to be looking at each other, and I can already feel myself getting worked up by the fact that in life, all they have was one another, and in death, they will be together. Even if it's in hell, they will be with each other in the very end. And I feel like that's some comfort, meeting your fate with the person that you love and care about most. We have Tengen trying to protect him, telling him that it's not over, that he needs to run. And the brother just saying, I don't understand. I have this strength. Why are you still going? Why Are you able to overcome me? Like, what is happening? Because it's tenacity. It's that strength of refusing to know when you're beat. The willpower of humanity that you can't relate to as a demon. Because you have this strength. It's been given to you by the fact that you're a demon. And yes, you have to eat humans to get stronger and stronger and stronger. But that was still given to you. It's not something you've really had to work for to the same extent as Tanjiro and the others. They've had to suffer and train and get themselves to this level of strength. But they've also had to build up this courage and fortitude by facing demons, knowing that each moment could be their last. Whereas demons have this almost cocky arrogance that they're going to overcome any situation they find themselves in because they're so much stronger. But what they're not stronger than is the human willpower, is that strength of spirit to keep going, to push forward, even when you feel like the odds are stacked against you. That refusal to quit, because that's what it means to be a human. And we see that with Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, Tengen, none of them refuse to give up. Even if it means spending their last breath fighting is what they're going to do, because it's worth sacrificing themselves to try and make a difference than just sitting there and allowing yourself to die. Again, we see Nezuko lecturing Tanjiro with the whole, what are you apologizing for? He can't change what's happened. You know, she's using the analogy of their dad, that their dad had this illness, that he tried as hard as he could, but he still succumbed to that illness. That didn't mean that he didn't try to survive. It didn't mean that he didn't want to live. It didn't mean that he was weak. It was something that couldn't be helped. It was something that was out of his control. And that's what she's trying to make him understand. You can't take responsibility for something out of your hands, out of your control. You can't put everyone's burden on your shoulders. It's not fair. You tried as hard as you could. So what you have to do is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep pushing forward. Keep trying. We have to accept our limitations, but we also have to accept the things that we cannot change. It doesn't make us weak. It doesn't make us responsible for someone else's actions, but it does make us wise. And I feel like this needs to be a learning lesson for Tanjiro going forward. We are hopefully going to see even more growth in him, that he can't blame himself for everything that goes wrong. He needs to stop shouldering the responsibility and the burden for everyone else on his shoulders. Of course, he's always going to be there to protect them. He's always going to want to be this dependable figure, but he cannot continuously blame himself. Likewise, he needs to understand that when he pushes himself, he gets to a point where it's self-destructive. So he needs to learn his limits. And he needs to understand that as strong as he is, as caring and kind as he is, he needs to prioritize his own life to some degree. As Tengen was trying to say to him, you know, if, I can't remember the words exactly, but it's along the lines of, if you have the opportunity to save your life, then take it. It's that same idea that he needs to learn. Pushing himself to the point of self-destruction isn't going to benefit him or anyone else. It's just going to cause him more suffering and inevitably end in his death. If he wants to protect people, he has to prioritize his life. He has to put himself first, at least sometimes, because right now he puts everyone else before him, but he needs to start learning that his life has value too. I think that's all I wanted to say for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye!